This wasn't just another Champions League match, this was a total collision of philosophies. You had Real Madrid's lightning-fast counterattack up against Manchester City's relentless, grinding pressure. So today, we're not just going to recap the score. Oh no, we are going to dissect the tactical chess match that unfolded moment by crucial moment. And that's really the question at the heart of this whole thing, isn't it? We saw one team execute their game plan to absolute perfection to take the lead, only to see the other side just claw its way back through pure grit and determination. It's exactly the kind of drama that makes us love this sport. So, our story kicks off with Madrid's master plan. Now, they were happy to let City have the ball, forming this really compact defensive shape, basically baiting them forward. The strategy, well, it was simple but absolutely deadly. Soak up all that pressure, win the ball back, and then just explode forward with devastating speed. And for that opening goal, wow, the trap was sprung perfectly. That line from the commentary just nails the feeling of a Madrid attack. The second they won that ball back, it wasn't just a simple pass forward. It was a synchronized surge of players moving as one. This wasn't just running. This was a calculated, full-out sprint designed to catch City's defense way too high up the pitch and completely off balance. Okay, let's break this thing down. It was a textbook counterattack. It all starts with that crucial turnover in midfield, but the real magic is what happens next. You've got Jude Bellingham, the orchestrator, and he isn't just running. He's driving right into that empty space City left behind. He brilliantly pulls defenders toward him, which creates the perfect opening for a beautifully weighted pass to Rodrigo. And the finish? Clinical. It ended a long goal drought for him, and in that moment, validated Madrid's entire strategy. And just like that, it's 1-0 to Madrid. At this point, their strategy looks absolutely flawless. As the commentators pointed out, the lead felt really well-deserved. But this is the Champions League, right? And any perfect script can get torn to shreds in a matter of minutes. Which brings us to Act 2. Manchester City, a team we all know for their slick, intricate passing, found themselves a goal down. But instead of trying to beat Madrid at their own game, they switched gears. They turned to a much more direct and, frankly, uglier weapon, pure organized chaos from set pieces. So the key concept here is the restart. As one commentator put it, sometimes when it's not going well, restarts will get you back into the game. Well, for City, it wasn't just a way back in, it was their entire comeback plan in that first half. And the speed of this turnaround was just staggering. In a really short span of time, City used 2 simple restarts to completely dismantle Madrid's lead. That momentum shift, it wasn't gradual, it was sudden, and it was brutal, and it allowed them to seize control of the match in an instant. The equalizer comes from maybe the most unlikely of sources. A corner kick gets swung in, there's a powerful header down, a save that Courtois just can't hold on to, and who's there to tap it in? Nico O'Reilly, a City player since he was just a kid. It wasn't pretty, not at all, but man, was it effective. But City was not done. Not by a long shot. Another attack, another chaotic scramble in the box, and suddenly Erling Haaland is on the ground. The referee is surrounded, and the big question is hanging in the air. Was that a penalty? And this was the moment that changed everything. The replay showed Antonio Rudiger with his arms wrapped all around Haaland. Like the commentators so perfectly put it, he got his hand caught in a cookie jar. It was just enough to get the attention of the video assistant referee. And the decision came through, and it was quick. After a very brief look at the monitor, the ref confirmed what every City fan was hoping for. Penalty. A second restart and a second golden opportunity to score. So, Haaland himself steps up to the spot. With just a little stutter in his run-up, he sends Courtois the wrong way and coolly slots the ball right into the net. And just like that, from 1-0 down, City are now 2-1 up. They completely turned the game on its head, using nothing but restarts. So the second half, wow, it was a completely different animal. Our third and final act. The tactical chess match pretty much went out the window, and it was replaced by just frantic end-to-end action. Both teams created chance after chance, but for all that chaos, neither one could land that final decisive punch. So you've got this dynamic, right? Real Madrid is throwing everything they have forward, whipping in crosses, just desperate for an equalizer. And at the same time, City is soaking it all up and looking absolutely lethal every single time they break forward, trying to find that third goal to just put the game away for good. Oh man, the list of missed opportunities just tells the whole story of that second half. And these weren't half chances either. We're talking about Bellingham's delicate chip that just floated over the bar, a clear header from Vinicius Jr., a powerful strike from Doku that forced a massive save. But the most agonizing one of all, at least for Madrid, had to be Andrić's header that crashed against the crossbar. It really was a game of inches. That quote about Bellingham's chance, it just sums up the whole half, doesn't it? On any other day, that delicate little chip finds the back of the net and he's the hero. But in this game, the execution was just a tiny bit off. It was a story of almosts and what-ifs for both sides. So when that final whistle finally blew on this absolute thriller, what was the verdict? I mean, this match wasn't just entertainment. It was a fantastic case study in contrasting styles and the razor-thin margins that decide these games at the highest level. All right, let's boil this whole thing down to 3 key lessons. First, we saw that Madrid's counterattack, when it's done with that kind of precision, is one of the most lethal weapons in all of football. Second, City proved they don't have to be pretty to win. They can be tough, they can be gritty, and they can capitalize on chaos. And finally, for all the brilliant strategy, this game was ultimately a story of inches, decided by who couldn't convert their golden opportunities when it mattered most. And that really leaves us with this one last thought to chew on. We all watch these games for the superstars, the incredible skill, the beautiful team moves. But as this match proved beyond a doubt, sometimes the entire result can hinge on something as basic as a corner kick or a penalty. It's a great reminder that in this beautiful game, the simplest things can often make the biggest difference.